important. Before we are going to discuss income tax, we have to know what is tax. Tax is a compulsory finance charge imposed by a government on a taxpayer. This taxpayer may be an individual or an authority or an institution or a taxable entity. So, tax is a compulsory charge on a taxpayer and it is used by the government for meeting their expenditure to meet the needs of the public as a whole. May be used for providing infrastructure facilities for education institutions, for health facilities, or providing internal or external security, etc. So, tax is a compulsory charge imposed by the government on a taxpayer. This taxpayer may be an individual or a taxable entity like company, firm, AOP, etc. And tax is a source of revenue of the government, and this tax is used by the government for providing various services to the public as a whole. Next, let us discuss how the term tax has been classified. This tax has been classified into direct tax and indirect tax. This classification is made based on the impact and incidence of tax. Impact refers to initial burden and incidence refers to final burden. In the case of direct tax, initial burden and final burden on a same person. In the case of indirect tax, initial burden and final burden is on different person. In the case of direct tax, incidence and impact is on the same person. That means the taxpayer has to pay himself and he cannot shift the burden to any other person. Income tax is a very good example of direct tax, wealth tax and building tax are other examples of direct tax. And indirect tax, as I have already told you that the manufacturer or seller bears the initial burden and they can shift the burden to the ultimate user of that product or service. GST is a very good example of indirect tax. The initial burden is on the manufacturer or seller. Then they can shift the burden to the consumer after a few days or on selling or delivering that services. And GST, as I have told you that GST is a very good example of indirect tax. In this case, the manufacturer or seller initially pays the tax to the government. Then he can shift the burden to the consumer by charging on the cost of the product. They can add this tax, GST, on the cost of the products and they can collect the entire amount from the consumer. So, GST is a very good example of indirect tax. And now, the petroleum or alcohol for human consumption are excluded from GST. In that case, excise duties there, state sales tax, central sales tax are also there, and these are indirect taxes initially paid by the manufacturer or seller, and they can finally collect the amount from the ultimate consumer. Income tax act is applicable all over India, including Sikkim, Jammu Kashmir. This is effective with effect from 1st April 1962. And then next, who is liable to pay tax? Every person whose taxable income exceeds a minimum taxable limit in the previous year is liable to pay the tax on this income in the next following assessment year. So we have to know what is assessment year and previous year. Current assessment year is 2020-21. Current assessment year. So in this year, every person whose taxable income exceeds a minimum taxable limit in the previous year. In the previous year means the previous year for this assessment year is 2019-20. Every individual whose taxable income exceeds a minimum taxable limit in the previous year, he has to pay tax on the income of the previous year during the next following year. That is a general rule, but in most of the cases, this taxable person has to pay tax in the previous year itself as TDS or advanced tax, and this will be discussed in later classes. Basic concept of income tax is it's a direct tax, initial burden and final burden on a same person. The person who is liable to pay cannot shift the burden to any other like indirect taxes. So this is a direct tax, and this income is disclosed by the taxpayer in the income tax return. That return has to be filed in the assessment year. So if a person's taxable income exceeds a minimum limit, he has to file the return in the relevant assessment year. If the person's income exceeds a minimum limit in the previous year, he has to file an income tax return in the assessment year. Section 4 of the Income Tax Act 1961 has clearly mentioned the basic principles which are to be followed while imposing tax on income. First principle is income tax is an annual tax on income, annual tax. Second principle is income tax is charged on the income of the previous year and it is assessed in the next following assessment year at the rate applicable for that assessment year. Our current assessment year is 2020-21. Assessment year is the year in which assessment is made, and it is started from the 1st April of every year and it is ending on the 31st March of the following year. That is assessment year. So our current assessment year is 2020-21. It starts from 1st April 2020 ending to 31st March 2021. This is our current assessment year. In this assessment year, income of the previous year is assessed. Income of the previous year means our previous year for this assessment year is 2019-20. Normally it is started from 1st April ending on the 31st March of the next year. So, income earned during this previous year is assessed in the following assessment year at the rate applicable to this assessment year. You had to pay tax on the income of the previous year at the rate applicable for the assessment year 2020-21. This is the second principle. Third principle is the provision for calculating total income on which we are to assess the tax are clearly mentioned in the Income Tax Act 1961, whereas rate for assessment is not mentioned. The rate for assessment of income tax is mentioned in the Finance Act passed by the central government along with the union budget every year. So if you want to know the rate for this assessment year, you have to check the Finance Act for the relevant assessment year. For the Finance Act for the relevant assessment year 2020. Finance Act 2020, which was passed by the Government of India in February-March. So this Finance Act contains the rate for assessing the income of the previous year 2019-20. Assessment is made in the year assessment year 2020-21. This Finance Act also consists of the rates for collecting TDS or paying advance tax in the finance year 2021. This is assessment year 2021. This is also a finance year. In this year, persons may earn income. This income is assessed in the next assessment year 2021-22. Next assessment year. So, income earned this year, in that case, it will be a previous year and it is assessed in the year assessment year 2021-22. Though assessment is made in the assessment year, assessee has to pay tax to the government either in the form of TDS or advance tax in the previous year itself. So in this Act, Finance Act 2020, Part 2 of the Schedule 1, Part 2. Part 1 mentions the rate for this assessment year of the Schedule 1 of the Finance Act 2020 mention the rate for calculating TDS for advance tax for the financial year 2020-21 or for the previous year 2021 or for calculating tax which is earned in the year 2021. As you all know, income earned this year is assessed in the next following assessment year 2021-22. Next principle is tax is charged on every person as defined in section 2 subsection 31. Income Tax Act 1961 section 2 subsection 31 deals with the definition of person. It includes person, Hindu undivided family, firm, company, local authority, etc. So tax is charged on every person as defined in section 2 subsection 31. 2 subsection 31. Next principle is the tax is charged on the total income of every person computed in accordance with the provisions of the Income Tax Act. As I have just told you that all the provisions for computation has been mentioned in the Income Tax Act. We have to calculate, we have to compute the tax on the total income. The term total income is also defined in the Income Tax Act. So it is the total income after deducting all the deductions. I will explain in detail later. The sixth point is income tax is to be paid in advance or deducted at source as per the provisions of the Act. Some cases we have to pay TDS, tax deducted at source. Some cases we have to pay advance tax. So these are the basic principles which have to be kept in mind while assessing the tax on income.